The Mill City Commons is a building we bought a handful of years ago. We had already been a church for 4 or 5 years, had been renting space in a lot of different locations in maybe 4 different leases for office space and gathering space and worship space, and realized that to really be a neighborhood church, it would be helpful to have a more permanent address. And so without really a great financial plan for buying a building, we became aware that this building was for sale through one of our covenant members, and we started exploring it. And then we went to our covenant members and said, hey, we're not sure how this is going to work out, but we're following God's leading. Long story short, we got a loan from our denominational partner that gave us credit for the equity that was already in the building based on the appraisal and the actual price that we paid. So for $0 they gave us this building, and we gave us a very fair mortgage on it. And then we've had this vision for it that it would be a neighborhood space. We've had renters the entire time we've owned it. We have musicians here and artists. We have people who work in high-end environmental science and landscaping.
So we had this opportunity come up to be able to partner with the Mississippi Watershed because we had so much water really close to the building, the Mill City Commons that we own, that we were able to partner with them to be able to control that water so that it gets drained in the proper ways in order to be best for the water so that it stays as clean and clear as possible. And so we worked with them and partnered with them with a grant that we received to be able to put in a wetland that was kind of a man-made marsh in order to grow beautiful plants, but also to keep many different animals and many different things to just thriving. And then also a rain garden in order to capture that rain and to use it for positive reasons. And so that's just an example of how if we were to come in with too many assumptions and not be open to how God might invite us to join in, we might have missed that amazing opportunity, and that was right under our noses.
Financially, the building is interesting because the places we rent out and the way that we use it cover more than half the cost of the building to the church. So it's a really low-cost space option for Mill City.
Another part of our mission is to support other churches, whether that's established churches or new church starts. We've actually been a critical part of 2 churches starting. The 3 churches are able to share the Mill City Commons as office space, space to store things, and also right now the Spanish-speaking church is meeting here on Sunday mornings.
Now we have 3 churches using the Commons. So, I am telling you, I marvel on how, if we have our hands and hearts and ears open, how God can use the resources we have to love and bless other people. And it is amazing.
A few years ago, we helped start North City Church by sending out 30 people, some money, and 2 pastors. And that church now is a dinner church where they meet around a table and also have worship and teaching about Jesus.
Love God, love people. It's that easy.
And then recently we've been able to support a new church called Espiritu Santo Iglesia, Spanish-speaking church reaching younger Spanish speakers from all different countries. And it's really a part of our mission to see the church grow in multiple different places. We truly believe that there's just one church that meets in many different locations with many different names and different types of community, and we think that's a beautiful display of unity and diversity.